Mike Owens here. Today I'm joined by Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. He's back in action. Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA, November 10th. Roynelson versus Alan-Belcher. Jorge, how are you, my man?
I'm freaking amazing, man. Right now I'm doing great. Thank God for a great life that I'm having. I'm getting to do something that I love as well. That opens avenues not just for me, but for many up and coming fighters, established fighters. So I just thank God that I have these opportunities, to be honest with you, first and foremost. And secondly, man, how could I not be doing good? All I do is I watch fights, I talk to fighters, I talk to managers, I match make. You know, I have like the coolest job in the world. And on top of that, I keep myself always fit. I'm always at the gym at least once or twice a day, no matter what. So it's just like, man, the best life I could ask for. So if you ask me how I'm doing, I'd say very good right now, brother.
Well, that's good to hear. You mentioned there established fighters, 12 UFC vets on this upcoming card, November 10th. Is this the biggest Gamebred Bareknuckle card to date?
This is going to be our best card to date and then some. I think our last card over delivered. I think this one's going to do better than that one. We also had 1 million views by the first night that we dropped. We're trying to go 5 million this one. The word is out. You know, it's free. It's on YouTube. Just go check it out. You know, we might be partnering up with some other platforms to stream it as well. We'll be announcing those soon. But for right now, just go to the YouTube channel and enjoy this massive night of combat. You know, well-established guys that get scrapped. We're taking the gloves off. We're going to continue to find out what happens, you know, and I know what happens. It's more violence. You know, I just want the world to discover what a beautiful sport this is.
Heavyweight championship on the line for the first time in Gamebred Bareknuckle. Roynelson versus Alan-Belcher. Did this fight feel like the right time to bring the heavyweight title and put it on the line?
Well, no, this one's this will be for the #1 ranking.
Yeah, sorry, my
And
mistake.
and pretty much, you know, we still got the same ideas going forward. It'll be JDS on the other side. Things could happen, you know, people get hurt, dates, all that stuff could happen. But ideally, yeah, the winner of Alan-Belcher, Roynelson versus JDS, you know, would be amazing. We also have some big names we're about to drop, so the matchmaking pool is going to get interesting. Some guys that are on the card as well. Alex Nicholson is a stud, you know. Right now he's not in the hot one, but once he gets back on it, once he gets on his high horse, like he's been training these last 2 years, we've been talking to him for a while. He had a fine, and he was in a rough place, and I see the talent in him, so I've been trying to get him on a training camp, schedule time, train, and I've been watching this guy since his early days. I know what a killer this guy is, and what a not an easy guy to prepare for he can be. So it's another guy that we got high hopes for that they could do really well for us. We got some big names that we're gonna drop. Maybe like right after the event, we'll drop the names of the guys that got released. It's very exciting times right now, man.
I love it. You mentioned there UFC talent. We've got the former, we've got Hector Lombard and OG. We've got the bare knuckle OG Jason Knight against Randy Costa. We've got Curtis Millender and many more. When you look at the former UFC talent, what is it you look
Curtis
for?
Millender versus King Bao is gonna be a fucking fight. I'm telling. Both these guys are not just athletic and explosive, but they're fucking mean. They're both after the same thing, the finish. They both want to finish. They're both well-rounded. I think Joel is like a very good athlete, and every time he's fought somebody, he's usually a superior athlete in a lot of ways, speed, power, and endurance. I think with Melender, he's gonna have another athlete in front of him that could throw speed and power back, you know. So I'm very excited about this fight. This is one of the ones that I'm looking most forward to on the card. Obviously the main event is like the main bread and butter, you know, but this is probably my second favorite fight right here.
I love it. Look, Jorge, it's well documented. You did a lot of fighting bare knuckle on the street. That's where you're most known for in many ways, where your Gamebred nickname came from. Would you ever consider fighting in Gamebred bare knuckle MMA, being that kind of player manager role?
These things I do one and then done, right? It'd be like one and done, and you know, because I haven't had the best hands throughout my career since going into my career, and then being a pro, it didn't really go away. It only got worse and worse. So I got not the best hands, but you know. I wouldn't be the guy for that. The young me, 19, 20 years old, was all about that life. But at this age, I would throw these and just have like one fight in me to do bare knuckle. So it wouldn't make sense for me.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I did see some rumors online. I think another interview you said that there's potential rumors of a boxing match in 2024 for yourself.
Man, those are just rumors, man. People just spreading shit.
Well, when we
Then I seen a video that it looked like some dude like me saying it. I was like, look at this shit, man. It's fucking look alike.
Well, I'm not going to ask you this for the specifics. I know you can't talk about that. But in the boxing realm, what is it that you would like to accomplish? Is it a bucket list item you want to box professionally, or is it something that you want to accomplish, a person that you want to fight over there?
Well, I already have one professional boxing match. I grew up boxing and I discovered boxing first, but when I got a little older, around I don't know, I think 12 years old is when I discovered MMA. I just fell in love with it. I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But before that, it was like boxing. I always looked at boxing like this is the fucking greatest thing. First, it was kung fu movies for me, and then from there, I slowly got into like more real life stuff, and then into boxing, you know, and then from boxing to MMA. So boxing is something that I grew up doing. Being in Miami, I was privileged to have a lot of great boxing trainers and athletes, numerous athletes from Cuba that had defected. They were world champion, gold medalists, guys from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. So my boxing base, I credited a lot to all the trainers that I had in Miami and all the many gyms that I went to. And slowly but surely, I found out though that you need a lot more boxing to do MMA. You can't be in a full bladed stance because your leg is going to get chopped to death. You need to distribute the weight a little different. If not, guys are going to be able to single leg you rather quick, you know. So in those adjustments, I stopped doing as much boxing as I used to do. I used to do some high level programs for boxing, and I went from doing like every day to like doing it once a week, and then eventually I was just full time at American Top Team with my coach Paulino Hernandez. I wasn't doing as much boxing, so I always loved it. I always felt inclined to do it because I do very well at it. I just enjoy it. As I was known in MMA for my hands, especially when I was young, for the speed, and then later on for the power as I got a little older. I feel that I could do a lot of damage in boxing. I know I could hurt people. I know I could school a lot of people, and I'm talking there and like just like with like good MMA guys that could box, you know, and with these like YouTubers and them, I'll put them in a body bag, all of it. When it's like my UFC brothers and stuff, you know, there's some guys that'll give me a match, but I think I'll come out with my hands raised on almost all of them. With these YouTubers and the, I'll catch a case, bro, every fucking time. I can promise. And you know, they're handing out checks and shit for beating these motherfuckers up, you know. So I was like, I stay in shape. I'm at the gym twice a day. At the gym once a day. Sometimes I'm at the gym 3 times a day because I got that type of energy. If I ain't working, I'm gonna do something. And lo and behold, fuck it, why not get a fight? You know, if it's boxing, you know. But those are just rumors, man.
Just rumors.
Back to November 10th, and then on to January 20th. I think I might. Can I tell them more? That's it. That's all I can say. But we're probably gonna be rocking and rolling with a fucking main event. We're not gonna drop the main event till after November 10th, but we'll come back and do it. I'm gonna have a spectacular main event. We went from JDS to Verdun versus Alan Belcher, Roynelson, no gloves, bare knuckle. What the fuck's going on? The next one's gonna be bigger.
Since the person behind the camera has told you can't tell me, can I come back and can I get the exclusive when that fight drops on the 11th of November?
Can you get the exclusive? She said a shy yes.
Can only ask. Last question from me, Jorge. I really do appreciate your time. You talked there about a MMA fighter transition over to boxing. I've got to get your thoughts on Saturday night main event. Francis Ngannou going over there, shocking the world, getting that victory in many people's eyes over Tyson Fury. Just your overall reaction to what happened down in Saudi Arabia.
I'm gonna say I was definitely surprised. You know, for many factors. I thought Tyson would just be able to take him, you know, into the 7th, 8th, and round and up and beat him and drown him, you know, because it's his world. I didn't give Ngannou a chance past the 8th. I never would have betted that. You know, wow, my hat is off to that man, you know, because damn, that was impressive. That he could just make it to the 12th round was impressive. Taking away anything, had he thrown a punch, landed a knockdown, anything. Let's just take all that away. If he got to the 12th round with Tyson Fury, what the fuck's going? This guy's like just different, man. Just a different type of fucking athlete, man. It's insane. So, you know, that now you add in that he knocked him down, that he hurt him to the body, that he got elbowed and walked right through it. You know, in many ways he won the fight. And we all know that for ages, boxing's the judges are not the most enlightened dudes on the planet, you know, and it's a lot of shadiness going on. I feel like, man, on a different night, he should have got that decision, you know, but knowing that it's boxing, knowing that they're not going to give a O for the first time ever in his career to the biggest name in boxing currently, you know, but I think it does set up for an amazing rematch. Like now, I'm more interested to see the rematch than ever because you give Ngannou 6 months, the fuck's gonna happen? What's gonna come out of that? You know, 6 months of that guy training for Tyson Fury again with all the experience and confidence that he has now. I think Tyson Fury have a legit problem. Also, Tyson Fury is gonna, you know, go back, make the adjustments, look at the tape. I think it's gonna be he'll make the adjustments. He actually is a world champion. He's fucking amazing at what he does. But I would like to see the rematch. You know, I'm not like as in going into the first one. I was completely for Tyson. Going into the second one, I'm not so sure, man.
I love it. Jorge, thank you for your time. Friday, November 10th, Roy Nelson versus Alan Belcher in Gamebred Bareknuckle, and they wish the best of luck with the event. Thank you once again, my brother.
Thank you guys, man.